What up, beauty gang? Today I'm bringing you guys a very detailed video on how I made this lace closure wig so that all you guys can save some coins in your pockets by learning how to make a wig yourself. So hopping right into this video, first thing we need to do is bleach the knots of the closure. So you're going to need these items: aluminum foil, BW2 bleach, a volume developer. I personally use 40 because it bleaches the knots faster, a spoon and a knife, a mixing bowl for all the products to be put in, and then some plastic gloves to protect your hands. Now I'm going to go ahead and take 2 scoops of the powdered bleach, then add the 40 developer. I just eyeball it, and I want to make a very thick consistency, almost like toothpaste. You want it to be very thick like so, because if it's too soupy like, it'll go through the lace and therefore bleach the hair on the other side, and it'll just create a mess for you. So you want a very thick consistency. As you can see, now I'm applying it with my knife. It's basically like putting butter on a biscuit, so butter your biscuit, girl. Now after that is done, you're gonna flip it over onto the aluminum foil, and right here I'm showing you guys this is what the knots look like unbleached. You can see the little black dots. Now wait 15 minutes. After that 15 minutes is up, go ahead and check your lace, and you will see that the knots, they should be lifted by now. You shouldn't really see black dots anymore. So after that's done, now you're gonna go ahead and rinse off the bleach and developer concoction from the lace, and then you're gonna see me going with this neutralizing shampoo, whose job is basically to just stop the bleaching process, because rinsing it off with water doesn't necessarily stop it. So after saturating the lace with the neutralizing shampoo, I go ahead and rinse it off thoroughly, and then in a couple seconds here, you're gonna see me apply the purple shimmer light shampoo to the lace, and its job is to get rid of any brassiness that the bleach developer concoction could have caused. You don't want any Oompa Loompa looking roots. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and let that marinate for a good 5 minutes, and then it's on to phase 3, which is securing the lace closure to the actual wig cap. So you're gonna need a butterfly clamp, a dome cap, T-pins, thread, a foam head, and a curved needle. Now I did want to show y'all on this dome cap, these 2 lines should be the guide for your wig placement, the front and the back of it. And then this bold lace part I'm pointing to should align with the exact front of the hairline. You want to place that directly on the front of the dome cap, as you can see here, and T-pin it down. You're going to want to do that to both sides. So as you can see here, I'm showing you guys on both sides. Now this gap, you do not want that. You want the closure to lay seamlessly flat to the dome head. Here I'm showing you guys a 180 of how the closure should be laying flat to your dome head before you begin sewing. Now after putting the thread through the needle, I'm going to go ahead and double knot it at the end, because the last thing I need is for this thread to come unraveled, and therefore the closure will come unraveled and it'll just be a hot mess. So after I double knotted it, now I'm going to start in the very beginning, and this is a very important part, you guys, when you're sewing the closure onto the dome cap, especially around this thick band. Only go through the cloth. So I'm going to show you guys up close. Right now, that's cloth. You do not want to go through the elastic band itself. Otherwise, your wig cap will not stretch when you try to put this joint on your head. So just keep that in mind. Once you get past the elastic band of the dome cap, it's pretty much smooth sailing until you reach the other side. Now, as you can see here, I'm only going through the cloth again on this side of the elastic band. And then when I get to the end to secure it, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the thread around the curved needle 3 times and pull through, and it's going to make a little secure knot. Now I do this trick I think 2 or 3 times. I want to say 2 times this time around. I did this twice, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'm going to tie it 3 times. We are making sure this closure is secure, okay, hunty? Now if you're keeping up with me and followed my steps, this is what your closure should be looking like. It is laying completely flat on the dome cap. Now on to the next phase. You're going to need a plastic bag, scissors, your bundles, glue gun refills, and a hot glue gun. Something I want to mention real quick about this phase 2, by the way, if you have a bigger size head, I highly suggest you putting some clothes onto the foam head before you start gluing on the bundles, to basically act as extra layers and give the dome cap a bigger shape to fit your head size. Because as I'm going to be showing you guys, the way I lay the bundles onto the dome cap kind of restricts the stretch around the elastic band part, and if you don't have a small head like mine that kind of almost mimics this foam head that I have, it's not going to fit on your head. So I definitely suggest either using a big size mannequin head, or if you want to do it the cheap route, just add clothes before adding and the plastic bag and the dome cap. Now, as you can see here, I just cut my first track after measuring around the dome cap, and now I'm going to use my hot glue gun and drag it along the edge of the dome cap. Now, if this is your first time using the hot glue gun method, I suggest you try it out in sections until you get the hang of it. So as you saw, I did about 3 or 4 inches in the beginning. Now I just did 3 or 4 inches more, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull the track around to place it on top of the hot glue, and then this is the last section. So basically just working your way section by section. Eventually I'm going to show you guys how you can do it in a quicker fashion when you get the hang of it. So now I'm going to just go ahead and wrap the hot glue all the way around the dome cap like so. And then my next track is already cut, so I just go ahead and place it directly on top of the hot glue. Now continuing on, you guys are gonna see I'm literally putting the hot glue directly on top of each track because my goal was to use all 3 bundles of the hair because I wanted my wig to be very thick. I love thick hair. Now if you don't want a real dense wig, then you can just space it out a little bit more. You don't have to do it right directly on top of each other. So yeah, just in case anyone was wondering. Now this is how the hair is looking after I've used 2 bundles. I have 1 left, and honestly I could have spaced it out a little bit more. I was stacking them on top of each other, but it's cool. I'm gonna make it work. I did end up spacing out this bundle. Obviously I had to. This bundle though, so you can see I left like an inch between the previous track I laid down and this new one I'm laying down now. And the more you work your way up, you'll start to see, well, even from the beginning, you should see that you're creating a U shape with this wig, but especially when you get to the top, you'll see like it's literally a U that you're creating. And then once you make the U small enough, you're gonna see in a couple seconds here, I think I'm gonna do 1 more U, yeah. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of the hair and just go straight across to fill in the gap of the U. Now this is what the hair is looking like when I'm all done. It looks real full, real beautiful, so I'm gonna let out the closure now. And the reason I really love the hot glue method is not only because the process is so much faster to make a wig, but it also dries really quick. So literally a minute after laying your last track, you can throw the wig on your head, to be honest. But actually first, make sure you cut the excess dome cap that lays underneath your closure so you can get that scalp effect going. And please be very careful with this, y'all, because if you cut wrong or cut too fast, you might destroy the wig and never even be able to wear it. So now we're on to the last kind of leg of this process. You're gonna go ahead, well, if you want to customize the hairline a little bit of the closure. To me is way too dense and doesn't look natural enough, so I'm gonna pull out just the very front of the closure's hairline and then use some mousse to lay down those hairs so they don't get in the way. I'm gonna do that along the whole hairline. Once that's done, I'm gonna begin tweezing behind that hair that I pulled out. If you'd like more detail on how to go about customizing a hairline, whether it be a closure or a frontal, you can go ahead and check out this video after you're done, because I give a very elaborate explanation as to how I go about customizing my wigs to make them look as natural as possible. Now after I'm done customizing my closure's hairline, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the wig inside out, and the last part of customizing the wig to make it yours is to tint the lace. And all I use is foundation, a foundation brush, and my ghetto foundation palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation to the lace. As you can see here, I'm being very light-handed because I don't want to push the foundation too far in. Now after letting that sit for a good 5-10 minutes, I can flip the hair inside out, and it's time to cut off the lace of that closure. So I went ahead and pulled the hair back with butterfly clamps to make sure that I don't cut off any hair. And then very carefully, I let the scissor glide across the lace, and it creates a very clean cut. And here I just want to show you guys a close-up of the hairline before I add my little baby hairs and stuff, just so y'all can see how bomb it turned out. Alright y'all, so that is all I have for you guys. I really hope you guys found this video helpful and informative and detailed. I tried to make it brief and sweet, but also tried to make sure I hit all the details you need to make sure y'all know how to make your own wigs. It is 2018, sis. It is time, okay? Stop spending your coins on something you can do yourself. Now, I did just want to give you guys a little bit of details about this hair real quick before I let you go. So, this was body wave hair that I did end up straightening off camera. I didn't even really seriously straighten it, but the hair got really straight and it has like a lot of movement in body, and I love how thick it is, which is why I intentionally use all 3 bundles, which by the way were 20 inches and the closure is 18. I'm not usually a fan of closures, but I'm not gonna lie, this being able to take on and off the wig real easy, I can get used to this. And I did not use glue, hairspray, like this wig is not secured is what I'm trying to say, long story short. Somebody can easily plop this, you dig, off my head, but it is laying so nicely. Oh my gosh, I think y'all deserve a close-up. Like, look how nice this looks, y'all. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. But anyway, I really like this hair. I'm extremely impressed with it. There's like no tangles as I run my fingers through it. Let me see in terms of the, oh wait, not much shedding either, which is dope. And it is so freaking soft. Like, I wish y'all could just reach in the screen and feel it. Hair is bomb. But yeah, I really hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're interested in this hair or just checking out their website in general, I will go ahead and leave direct links in the description box below for you. Oh, and I do want to go ahead and do my post notification shout out before I forget. So today's post notification shout out goes to Latrice Nelson. Shout out to you, girl. Thank you so much for being part of Beauty Gang, and thank you so much for being part of Notification Squad. If any of you guys are interested in being shouted out, all you have to do is be subscribed to Beauty Gang, aka my channel, and hit that bell button after you subscribe so you're notified each time I post a new video. And then on every new video of mine that you see, go ahead and hashtag Notification Squad, hashtag Notification Gang, hashtag Beautification, hashtag something to let me know you're part of that ride or die circle. You have the potential to be shouted out. But yeah, y'all, that is all I have for you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you are new. Beauty Gang is lit. And until next time, guys, bye. Ladies, ladies,
move your body 'cause 11 is what you want. Move your body if you're loving the way